Alex Jones Show, because there is a war on for your mind.
All right, I'm going to spend the rest of the broadcast, next hour and a half, exclusively on the huge Hillary Clinton revelations, every angle of it, and the inside intel we've got. We're going to do that in just a moment, but the reason I get angry is I have empathy for everybody. I know about medical tyranny. I know about the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany. They would claim they were giving people inoculations and add compounds to it. The same thing was done with the Tuskegee black folks in Alabama, over 45 years being given vaccines full of live syphilis. My grandmother got polio from the polio vaccine. They told her that. Almost killed her. She's 91 years old today and is in a wheelchair, but been in a wheelchair since the 50s. Now, that said, everybody knows vaccines hurt people. Everybody knows about the, quote, side effects. Now, they've ratcheted up how many they give to where there's all these neurological problems, kids getting paralyzed everywhere, and they won't even give the people treatment because they don't want to admit it's the medical system doing it. And in the video that I filed yesterday, I can't even take off a day. I'm not complaining. This is what I want to do. I'm crazed. I saw pregnant women walking around with their husbands, and I come up and say, have they told you to take shots? And they'd say, yeah, but I've heard it's bad. I'm like, don't. The husband's like, yeah. I see another pregnant lady. I do it in grocery stores. My kids see a pregnant lady in the grocery store. They go, oh, Dad. But they don't anymore. Now they start telling them, I'm a normal person. Until 5 years ago, they said, don't give a pregnant woman a vaccine. It can cause brain damage, deformities, or it can cause a miscarriage in the first trimester. Every medical doctor would tell you that. Now everything's directed by insurance companies. They say, no, you know what? It's a good thing. Do it. And infant mortality is going way up. We've got the worst infant mortality in the industrialized world. We have the best after Sweden until 20 years ago. We are being hit. And when I see the news, why, oh, CBS News, oh, why, LA Times, oh, these kids are dying and can't walk, and all of a sudden they're 3 or 4 years old, suddenly they can't walk, and then they stop breathing and they die. I've had the nurses on. My other reporters have. We've had the doctors, the whistleblowers on. In fact, come already contact us. They tell them, get ready to give all the preemies their vaccines. They go, but they stop breathing. They go, we're going to have to kill them. It's an order. It's an order by the Bioethics Board, by the company that owns us. It's a directive. And then what about a cult? They then give them the shots, get the respirators ready, and put them on respirators. I mean, I have the interviews with the eyewitnesses. This is the insanity we're already going through in this country. Just like I told you the NSA was keyword data, mining everything you do, all declassified, all public. Just like I told you about all the whistleblowers, and I told you about how the secret of the border was wide open, and they were already legalizing people 2 years before it was in the news. I know what I'm talking about. I don't say that to beat my chest and go, I'm smart. The inserts of the vaccine say it'll give you paralyzed limbs a good portion of the time. And as they increase the vaccines, as they increase the number, it's going to happen. Now, he's with us till 20 minutes in the next hour. Then Roger Stone joins us, former head of the Trump campaign, to break down huge developments with what's happening with Hillary. This story is giant. WikiLeaks proves what we already knew. They're running the mainstream media. They're running secret emails with Obama, and he's been caught. That's the big bombshell last Monday. That's why the FBI is in full mutiny with the people that are good in there, because it's open and shut. They should go to jail. Now this new investigation comes out, so Comey. There's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of calculus here. But so Comey can now look okay if Trump still gets in and prosecution begins. He won't be the guy that got reversed. So Hillary is legitimately blowing up and freaking out, demonizing Comey, even though she knows his law firm does her taxes, they're big buddies with the Clintons and Loretta Lynch, that this is basically a red herring investigation. Though it is tied to some other secret emails and does show they lied, it diverts us off of the president, POTUS, who's been caught in the WikiLeaks, and his staff members and her staff members coming out and saying, ladies and gentlemen, that they had to, quote, cover this up. Now, let's go to drudgereport.com right now. We have one of the vaunted, incredibly rare red and blue sirens. Wall Street Journal, FBI found 6,500 emails on laptop. And that was my next point. I filed a report earlier today detailing this. When I say the emails and the devices and the phone in the Wiener investigation is not a complete red herring, that's because they say it connects to a bunch of other data. 650,000. Now, is that how they're going to claim they got this instead of the NSA? Because, look, WikiLeaks has the emails of 33,000. They're out there. They're getting ready to come out this week. Now the FBI says they just found 6,006. Let's put that back on screen. 650,000 emails. That number is so big, it's hard to even imagine. So, my friends, we're going to be deciphering all of this today as we go. We're going to be looking at every angle of this throughout the week. We're going to be breaking it all down. And we're going to be broadcasting not just the normal 4 hours a day from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be broadcasting with expanded live transmissions at 7 o'clock each night. It's not just our hour news, but expanded. And we're going to broadcast for 50-plus hours starting, not this Monday, but next Monday, right through Tuesday, right through Wednesday, because there's so many angles to this. What happens if Hillary tries to steal it? Now, Larry Nichols was a former consummate insider with the Clintons. He's one of the main Inquirer sources. He got us the head of the Inquirer on last week. He has broken so much on this. He just heard my analysis. I want to see if that concurs with the intel he's getting, which I know goes to the highest level in the land. So thank you for joining us, Larry Nichols.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Good. I know you're battling cancer yourself and are in the hospital right now. You don't want to get into that, but we're all praying for you, Larry. We've got 3 minutes to break. You'll have the floor when we come back. Breakdown of your latest information.
Well, let me just say to everybody, be careful. You were exactly right. Watch out about this new batch. And I will tell you what I couldn't tell you yesterday, Alex. The part of the FBI that were the informants that leaked the story to the Wall Street Journal are some of the same people that I talked with last night and this morning. And what they're telling, Alex, could change the dynamic of this entire race.
Well, let's start getting into that, because you said to me last night and this morning that, hey, they're diverting us with this Wiener stuff because they're about to release something even bigger. So flesh this out for me.
Well, what's happening, number one, is Hillary was faced with the fact that the WikiLeaks, everyone knows, was getting more and more. And what's his name, Assad's promise that as we got closer to the election, that they were going to get, you know, bigger stories, essentially. They were going to drop bigger bombshells. The Clintons have seen in the past week the wear that that's had on them. That plus the, you know, when you add that to the healthcare fiasco. So the one thing that they've done to help diffuse that, they can't stop WikiLeaks. But, Alex, what they're attempting to do is to divert attention from it. They're trying to suck all the oxygen, get all of the media, everyone, including Trump, including all of us, the people that are for Trump, get us looking for the magic bullet in this new batch of emails. When, in fact, let me give you an example. Hillary spent 2-3 years sledgehammering computers so that the emails could not be found, right? And all of a sudden this time, what does Hillary do?
She wants them released. Let me stop you. We're coming right back. Drudge has the headline. FBI found 650,000 emails. Now, that's from today. That broke 5 minutes ago. Infowars.com. Look at my headline last night. Exclusive, FBI mutiny reopened Clinton investigation. That was from Larry Nichols, one part of my source. I then called my federal sources. They said exactly what Larry told me.
The right-wing smear machine has gotten Alex Jonesified this election cycle.
There's a guy named Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
From Infowars.
Yeah.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
One of those guys who believes Bigfoot was responsible for 9/11.
I heard that on Alex Jones, so it's true.
Claims that 9/11 and the Oklahoma City bombings were inside jobs.
The conspiracy du jour, Hillary Clinton is harboring a secret medical condition.
You just had to keep digging, didn't you, Alex?
I heard it on Alex Jones, so I know it's true.
Google is being accused of hiding negative stories about Hillary and her campaign by changing its algorithm to vary stories like the Clinton body count story. That's according to website Infowars.
And this really just is so disgusting.
The juice of these pickles is on you, Alex Jones.
It goes right from Alex Jones, and it shows up in Donald Trump's mouth.
Hillary Clinton created ISIS with Obama.
The very fringe of the conspiracy movement, like Alex Jones, are being kind of incorporated into the campaign.
If Trump gets elected, he's going to be Secretary of Defense.
I think that Alex Jones is a lunatic.
Move, bitch! Get out the way!
Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com.
Bill Clinton is a rapist.
Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com. Infowars.com. Bill Clinton's a rapist.
The New World Order sends its regards.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. It's Alex Jones.
Now we are introducing a new t-shirt, which I think folks need to get, telling the real truth about Bill Clinton, who is a serial rapist and a user of women.
In another case, it's about groping and fondling and touching against a woman's will. And rape. And rape.
Bill rapes them physically, and then Hillary rapes them psychologically.
He's a rapist.
Absolutely.
He's a public figure. He goes straight to hell.
Get your Bill Clinton rape shirt today at InfoWarsStore.com or call 1-800-253-3139.
The Alex Jones Show, because there is a war on for your mind.
All right, I'm going to spend the rest of the broadcast, next hour and a half, exclusively story on the huge Hillary Clinton revelations, every angle of it, and the inside intel we've got. We're going to do that in just a moment. But the reason I get angry is I have empathy for everybody. I know about medical tyranny. I know about the Soviet Union and Nazi Germany. They would claim they were giving people inoculations and add compounds to it. The same thing was done with the Tuskegee black folks in Alabama, over 45 years being given vaccines full of live syphilis. My grandmother got polio from the polio vaccine. They told her that. Almost killed her. She's 91 years old today and is in a wheelchair, but been in a wheelchair since the 50s. Now, that said, everybody knows vaccines hurt people. Everybody knows about the, quote, side effects. Now, they've ratcheted up how many they give to where there's all these neurological problems, kids getting paralyzed everywhere, and they won't even give the people treatment because they don't want to admit it's the medical system doing it. And in the video that I filed yesterday, I can't even take off a day. I'm not complaining. This is what I want to do. I'm crazed. I saw pregnant women walking around with their husbands, and I come up and say, have they told you to take shots? And they'd say, yeah, but I've heard it's bad. I'm like, don't. The husband's like, yeah. I see another pregnant lady. I do it in grocery stores. My kids see a pregnant lady in the grocery store.